It is now my pleasure to introduce the Member of Parliament, Strathcona Sherwood Park, Ms. Estefania Cortes-Vargas, who is here on behalf of the government of Alberta. Please help me welcome Ms. Estefania with a round of applause.
Hello everyone. Seeing as I'm at the mic, that means that we have ended our wonderful shows for today. And I think it deserves another round of applause. As was mentioned, my name is Estefania Cortes-Vargas. I'm the MLA for Strathcona Sherwood Park and the government whip. I am a provincial representative for all of you and represent all Albertans in the legislature, and I'm very proud to be one of the very first of three. We were all elected in the same year, Latin American, and I was born in Colombia, so we were the first ones to be from Latin American origins in the Alberta legislature. But more than anything, I am proud to be here today to bring greetings on behalf of the government and on behalf of the Premier, Rachel Notley, and to just take a moment to recognize that we are standing on Treaty 6 territory, and that we recognize that the very dances that we share and the very stories that we tell in many ways are being told by the Indigenous peoples for many years as well. It is an absolute honor to be here. I know that this week is a busy week in the sense of recognition. We know that this week is also National Volunteer Appreciation Week. Esta semana también reconocemos que es la semana para reconocer voluntarios en la comunidad nacionalmente. I just repeated the same thing in Spanish. But the reason I mention it is because as a government, having experienced a catastrophe like Fort McMurray and the wildfires that ensued, we know that it takes partnerships with people, with volunteers, and events like this to truly be able to meet and address the needs of our communities. A government is only as strong as the work that is happening on the ground as well. And to put something like this together on a week that is actually supposed to be appreciating those volunteers. So thank you very much for all of you for taking the time to be part of fundraising for something that is so important. I think it might be international, it might be across the world, and for a lot of people it can be out of sight, out of mind. But at the end of the day, that we understand and see each other as a global citizen, you in fact get to experience that. So I want to thank each and every one of you for participating in that, and thank you for your volunteer work in that. I would also like to just briefly mention that today is actually also the day of mourning. It recognizes the 144 people that have not come home after work. For workplace injuries or deaths on the job. Today is the day that we recognize Albertans that have lost their lives just doing daily work. And so I think it is our duty as well to remember those lives and to remember that what we do can make situations better. And as a government, we know that we're committed to making sure that safety happens and that we're having the backs of people. But more than anything, just in my own experience, knowing that Colombia has its own floods that it's going through as well, and that throughout the world that we're feeling the effects of the different changes in climate, and people are feeling that, and we know coming from countries, from Colombia, from Latin America, that it's difficult to get back on your feet. Because it was already difficult to manage some of the economic circumstances, some of the social circumstances, and that was already a problem. And we know that having immigrated to other countries to search for other opportunities, having that responsibility and being tied to our countries that we came from is something that we can give back, and finding ways in which we can empower ourselves internationally is something that I find incredibly moving and something that I'm passionate to continue doing. I know that it can be done with things as simply as importing food from our countries and bringing markets from our countries and collaborating on an economic level as well as supporting on a social level, like making sure that people get their homes rebuilt, like people get food as they transition after having lost all of these things. So it is absolutely my pleasure to be here. I just want to say a few of those words in Spanish afterwards, so I probably won't remember them all, but les quería decir muchas gracias a todos ustedes que vinieron hoy a reconocer y cantar y bailar y contar las historias que tenemos como latinoamericanos y internacionalmente, porque en haciendo eso nosotros podemos reconocer que podemos participar y apoyar a las personas de los países donde vinimos. Y creo que eso es algo que nosotros que tenemos oportunidades por haber inmigrado a Canadá, tenemos una responsabilidad sabiendo que nuestros países en estas circunstancias les cuesta trabajo apoyar a la gente que ha sufrido en perdiendo su vivienda, en perdiendo su trabajo, en perdiendo la misma ropa que tenían puestas. Y es una forma de ayudar es en donar plata, pero acciones chiquitas como comprar en los mercados que importan comida de los países de nosotros, también ayuda económicamente y encontrar otras formas de ayudarnos internacionalmente, económicamente, es algo que creo que se está volviendo una pasión mía también y creo que todos nosotros podemos hacer cosas muy grandes y les quiero invitar y decir muchas gracias por hacer esto en una semana que debería ser que nosotros estemos diciendo gracias a ustedes por todas las cosas que hacen por las comunidades, porque los voluntarios muchas veces que lo vimos en Fort McMurray cuando pasó los fuegos ahí, la gente vino, ayudó, dio lo que podía, dio espacio, dio camas, dio todo, porque nosotros somos una comunidad internacional y local también. Entonces muchas gracias por estar acá, muchas gracias por dejarme decir unas palabras al final y mucho gusto y saludos del Premier Rachel Motley también que con mucho gusto está también internacionalmente, ella está en China en este momento y ella también es una amiga de las comunidades multiculturales que siempre ha querido ver interacciones con nuestras comunidades. Por eso una persona tan joven como yo puede estar en el momento que estoy acá frente de ustedes, porque ella tiene una visión de reunir las personas y ayudar a salir de los problemas que hemos visto por muchos años y no hemos visto resoluciones. Entonces muchas gracias por tenerme acá y